In this video, I want to discuss what it looks like to build real momentum in your life by redefining what it means to win. There have been so many points in my life, especially in my early 20s, when I felt so stuck, extremely lost, very unmotivated, and I did not know the path forward. And once in a while, I will start to feel stuck, but the difference is I know how to get myself out and quickly and efficiently and start feeling like I'm a winner almost immediately. And that's what I want to share with you now. I came across this idea of an upward spiral several months ago, and I think even the phrase in and of itself sort of holds power because we're really comfortable with the phrase downward spiral. That's something I've heard my whole life, but an upward spiral isn't something that we talk about as much. So just like a downward spiral where something bad happens that is out of your control, which causes you to make choices in response to that struggle, which creates bad habits, and those bad habits build upon each other, which creates more problems in your life, and it's just hard to get out of that. But we can also be in a upward spiral where one good thing happens, and then we respond to that one good thing that perpetuates a good habit, and then another win happens, and then we respond to that, and then we keep making better choices, which perpetuates better things that keep happening in our lives. I personally plan on being on an upward spiral because I know that I can create my own upward spiral. And this is how I do it and how I think you can do it too. I think it's safe to say that if you're on an upward spiral, you're gonna feel like you're a winner. And if you're on a downward spiral, you're gonna feel like you're a loser. So an important part of being on an upward spiral is feeling like and being a winner. So how do we become a winner? If you've watched any of my vlogs, you might have seen that I've been taking table tennis classes. My teacher is incredible. She played in the Olympics on the Beijing team. She's a US Open champ. She's an incredible technician. And she asked us in class one day, what do you need to do in order to win a match? People answered, said a few things, and she said, you need to play someone who's worse than you. If you play someone who's worse than you, then you're gonna win. And then you're going to be a winner. And that win gives you the confidence to keep winning. If we extrapolate that concept and apply it to life, the way that we get out of a downward spiral is giving ourselves the chance to win. If you want to create momentum in the opposite direction, continuing to pick difficult battles is not going to help you feel like a winner. You get to make up the rules of your own life. You get to rig them in your favor. It is completely subjective. No one is making the rules but you. So if you can only win if your huge vision and all of your ambition is fulfilled, then you're going to feel like a loser and you probably aren't even going to create enough momentum to actually fulfill it. So what you want to do is actually lower the bar. People who are really ambitious and who have really big vision for their life, it can be so overwhelming to think, how am I supposed to get all of this done? And because you don't know how to do all of this, you just don't do anything because it's just so overwhelming. You're like, I don't even know, how can I do that? Oh my God, I'm such a loser. But if you get really myopic and say, okay, what do I need to do today that I'm not doing? Maybe it's just take a shower. Maybe it's do the dishes. Maybe it's something small like that. And what I have found when I'm talking to clients about this is that they start to feel shame. Like, oh, why do I have to make the bar so low in order to win? And my response to that is, we're going for efficacy. What actually works? And what actually works is creating momentum. And you have to create momentum with a really small thing. And the beauty of it is that when you take really small steps and you just start to win, you can get to those kind of like medium, big steps pretty quickly. And it takes so much longer if you refuse to see those small steps as wins. I promise you, the short way is to create small wins for yourself and to celebrate them. If it is hard for you to get out of bed and you got out of bed, that is a win. You have to be intentional about it. Waking up in the morning, what are your goals? Make 3 very achievable goals in a very short list No long lists, no hard goals, easy, easy, easy. That's how you start yourself on the upward spiral, and you will be amazed at how effective it is. Like, just try it. If you don't believe me, just try it. It works. It works. We're trying to create a new neural pathway. If you have this very well-trodden path in your brain that's like, I'm a loser, I don't know how to do things, life is too overwhelming. If it's just, this is a deep, deep groove, this groove over here is going to be hard to start. So start small. People don't like doing small wins because it's not sexy. It doesn't feel sexy. It feels lame. But winners win. It's as simple as that. Even if it's a small win, you're still a winner. This is a winner's mentality. A winner's mentality sees big wins as wins, but also losers see big wins as wins, right? If you're a loser and you have a big win, oh my God, I'm a winner. If you're a winner and you have a big win, oh my God, I'm a winner. Yay. The difference is that losers don't see small wins as wins. They're like, that's not good enough. That's a loser mentality. Winners see small wins as wins because they're winners. They're like, oh, I'm winning again. Super winners also see things that are seemingly losses at the beginning as wins. Your trauma, your breakups, losing your job, things not working out the way that you hoped. All of those things actually benefit you, and winners know that. So I just want to reiterate the 3 levels to winning. Easy mode, winning when you have a big win. Even losers can do that. Medium mode, seeing even the small movements as win. Hard mode, seeing things that are negative as wins as well. Winners see everything as a win, and that's how you stay on an upward spiral the rest of your life. Oh, you lost all your friends? I guess it was just misaligned. Oh, you had a breakup? I guess that person wasn't the love of my life. That person was not my soulmate. I need to move on and make space and create space for the person who is meant to be in my life. Oh, you didn't get that promotion that you were meant to get? There has to be something better. There must be something better. I'm not meant to do that. Oh, you lost your job? Oh, maybe I need to create my business. Winners don't shy away from pain. They don't shy away from dissatisfaction. Losers don't know how to handle pain. They don't know how to handle discomfort. They don't know how to handle dissatisfaction. They think of it as bad and they do whatever they can to avoid that emotion. They numb it away with their favorite numbing activity. If you want to be a winner on that lifelong upward spiral, it's recognizing that there is something holy in dissatisfaction because you're not supposed to be comfortable where you're not meant to stay. That discomfort, that lack is supposed to catalyze you and propel you toward growth and evolution. And when you allow yourself to feel it, to create, instead of just to stay here and tolerate whatever this is and to be like, oh, I'm grateful. Pretending to be grateful when you know that there's something more for you is a trap. We need dissatisfaction just as much as we need gratitude. Your discontent is a service to yourself if you allow it to move you toward your growth. And it is really an act of altruism. It is a service to everyone around you because when you create a life that you love being in, it inspires and helps others and creates a pathway for others to do the same. That is helping other people. But if you don't feel your dissatisfaction and you don't see the beauty in it and the efficacy in it, then you'll never get there. Dissatisfaction is the gateway to your new life. And it is painful. And affirm to yourself, I can tolerate this pain. I know that dissatisfaction is the thing that will help me create the life that I'm after. I appreciate dissatisfaction. I love discontent. I can sit with this emotion of seeing my life and not liking what it is. And I can take one little step forward, no matter how unsexy it is, because I know that big steps are made of a bunch of tiny little steps that all compound. And I know that this big, grand, new life that I have will not materialize unless I take this one little step and I'm willing to do that work. That's an affirmation. Affirmations aren't just standing in the mirror and be like, I'm amazing, I'm beautiful. It's affirming what is true and what you want to be true in your life. Even if you feel like you can't handle it, if you say, I can handle this, I can tolerate this pain. I can tolerate the pain of discomfort. And if you don't know how, Literally Google it. How can I tolerate the pain of discomfort? How can I regulate emotions? EFT tapping, vagus nerve stuff, like whatever. Do whatever you need to do. Figure it out. We have the world at our fingertips. If you can tolerate discomfort, you will be a huge success. We live in a world where everything is literally so easy. We are so miserable because everything is too easy for us. We don't need to hunt and gather our food. We just need to go to the grocery store, one of the many that are probably around us. But we don't want to go to the grocery store and get groceries and have to bring it back and have to plan the meals and have to cook. No, we don't want to do all that. We just want to buy our food, but we don't want to get into our car and go drive to the place that has all of the food already prepared for us and then get back in the car and drive all the way back. We want to go beep, beep, beep and have somebody do that for us and bring the food to our doorstep. We don't want to get out of bed to open the door to greet that person in the face to take the food from them. That's just so inconvenient. Just leave it at the doorstep so I can get up and not have to interact with anybody and take it back to my bed and eat it in peace. That is what the competition is. That's most people. And I'm not shaming anyone for being that. I'm just saying, personally, it's never been easier to be a success. The bar has never been lower as far as the ability to tolerate discomfort. Yeah, most people have pretty much zero tolerance for discomfort. So if you can get comfortable with discomfort and build up your tolerance like a muscle, that's emotional fortitude. People think that the solution to your problems is like all these strategies and all this stuff, and that's a part of it. But most of the time, the core issue is emotional fortitude, not being strong enough to handle the pain of not having what you want. And then continuing to put a lot of effort into something and not have the results for a really long time. People don't know how to do that because we live in a world of instant gratification and we're sick. We're mentally sick because of it. But the good news is that if you're watching this video, you and we're not a part of that group. We're a part of the group who wins. We're a part of the group who's on the upward spiral because we're allowed to tolerate discomfort and we see everything as a win. I'm a winner. You're a winner. The intention behind me creating this channel is to empower you to be exactly who you want to be, to discover your vision and to turn that vision into reality. If this video resonated with you, I would love to hear what stuck out to you in the comment section, and comment one small step that you are going to take and celebrate today. Don't wait until tomorrow. Do it today. Thank you for watching as always, and I will see you next time.